Doing review and recap of Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 18. We are couple more episodes away from the decision day, and I need it to hurry up because I just feel like they are dragging this shit out for no reason. And for me, it's like we're not finding out no new information. They are doing the same thing over and over again. I felt like decision day should have happened this week. It should have been decision day already. Why they keep dragging out the days? 4 days away, 2 days away. Just get to the decision day. I don't understand why they're dragging out the season. Season's not going that good anyway. Like, I understand they dragged out the season and it was actually going well, but they're dragging this out and it's not going well. So what's the problem? Like, this is getting kind of like, can we like stop the show already? I don't want a never ending show. Like let's just end the show so we can figure out who's staying together, who's not staying together. Let's move on because this is going to get dragged out. But this episode, everybody's back home from the that they had. Everybody's happy to be back home. Everybody's excited. Jasmine, they're so excited to be back home. And Chris and Nicole are talking about how they were so happy that Jasmine and Aries made some strides. They're doing a whole lot better. Shaq and Kirsten seem like they're doing good, and how they're so happy for them and how they support everybody. But Nicole feels like they kind of forget themselves in the equation. I just feel like, Nicole, nobody told you to be all up in other people's business. You choose to get involved in the other couple's business and run your mouth and act like you're the expert when you are far from the expert. You have a lot of issues, deep-rooted issues that you need to work on, and you and his relationship aren't solid because there's some things that you kind of put on a back burner and you try to stand and hold back how you really feel about stuff. So you and him are not perfect. Everybody has their issues in the show. You and Chris have y'all issues because you communicate, but y'all hold things back from one another to try to not hurt each other's feelings, because even last episode Chris did something that he really didn't want to do because you kept asking him, and even though he didn't want to do it, he just did it to appease you because he didn't want no problems and he didn't want to look a certain way on camera. So for me, that's not him being totally who he is. But he did make it clear that he didn't want to wear the dinosaur outfit. But I still just think that there's some things that you kind of be doing is kind of irritating. And then like you try to act like you're the guru because y'all two, slept together first and y'all kind of get along a little bit better than everybody, but y'all still have y'all issues because Chris still has his issues with like being able to lead and make a decision and stand on it and think of solutions to stuff. Like he kind of tries to push things back and push things when it comes to this moving in thing. I don't understand why y'all are not looking for places. Y'all should be on top of that. But I don't understand why he keeps pushing. I feel like he doesn't really want to live with her. And I think that he should just saying things to appease her on TV. I think he does generally like her because she's a nice lady. But there's some things about her that's, like he mentioned to his friend this episode, about the fact that she has the like she talks badly about herself, and he tries to, give her kind words like he told his friend and make her feel better and things of that nature. And they do get along because they both, like, she gets along with both his dogs, and he kind of like her dog gets along with both his dogs, and they get along. I just feel like some things that she's doing, she's pushing back her feelings, and he is too. But it is about compromising relationships, so that's kind of good. But at the same time, I just feel like Chris and Nicole both try to put on these airs like they're the best couple in the world and stuff, and it's not the truth. Like she really doesn't, when she goes in front of the couple, she really does not tell the truth about what's really going on or what she's doing for real. She tries to really make herself seem like she is perfect, and it's not the truth. And then this episode, they both were talking to people. Chris and Nicole were talking to people to kind of figure out what they want to do on decision day. And she was saying to her dad, like, she wants to know if she's going to feel like this tomorrow on decision day or after decision day. She got to think about if she could see herself with him forever or doing this after the show. And the dad's just telling her, you got to do it. If you're going to do it, just do it. If y'all both going to be married and stay married, then stay married. Just do what's best for you. Because like he said, I give my stamp of approval. It seems like like y'all are happy. I like y'all together, so I don't have no problem with it. It's just y'all have to make the decision and figure out what y'all trying to do. Like, that's what he was telling her. And then Chris was talking to his friend, telling his friend how much he cares about her and how he enjoys being with her. And that, you know, just talking positivity about their situation, how he has to do the same thing, consider about decision day, and seeing if he wants to pick her, and how, you know, like he really likes her and he really cares about her, you know. And it seems like he's going to pick her and she seems like she's going to pick him, you know, because, you know, she always constantly asks him, even though she was told not to do that, but she still keeps doing it anyway. So I just feel like Nicole and Chris, they're good and everything, but I just feel like he's going to get tired of her just because of the whole downing herself stuff. And like, it's just like she's kind of pushy on him to do things that he doesn't want to do. But then she kind of says that, oh, he needs to stop doing things and stand up for himself. But then when he does, you pressure him, peer pressure him to do stuff and keep pushing and pushing until he does what you want. So you kind of pushy, man. So I can understand, like, their relationship is like the most solid out of all the couples though this season, but still they still have a little bit more work to do, which everybody has on the season. So next couple I'm going to talk about is let's talk about Kirsten and Shaq. So what happened with Kirsten and Shaq this episode was Kirsten actually met up with her brother this episode. So she's just telling him the same old way that she talks about every episode. Oh, he needs to do more. He needs to, like, you know, like, get me to kind of pick him by what he's doing. I need more quality time. And she feels like he's doing a lot more working more, and that he doesn't spend like enough time or whatever with her. But my whole thing is he is in a big role at his job, and he's like over all these students. Like, he's a busy man. He's more busy than what she is with her realtor thing that she does. So for me, it's just like you gotta give him leeway. And some of the clips that they were showing this episode was showing like he would come home and he wouldn't really speak to her, and she feels like they don't really talk as much. You know, she doesn't feel like it's warm. Like, she doesn't feel like their relationship is like like they don't seem like it's like just gelling as much as she would want it to. But my whole thing is it's gonna come with time. Y'all didn't meet on a normal way of people meeting, so you have to give it grace, and you need to stop with it's like she has these expectations. She expects him to do this, that, and the other. She expects him to win her over. She expects him to communicate this way. She expects this. But Shaq is the same way. He's expecting her to do this and do that. Oh, she needs to come with all these conferences with me, and I need her support, and oh, we need to, you know, but we need to communicate. And he said, I'm doing the best I can, but she's saying he's not doing it. Just like it's like they trying to put up a facade, to be quite frank, because they say one thing, but when they're on the camera, they're saying something else. So it's just like confusion. And Shaquille, he's a little bit more forthcoming than she is, but he's still like he's very particular. He's very particular. He likes things a certain way. He's not one of these people that like he's very happy with certain things. He likes things a particular way, the way he wants it, the way he needs it. And the thing is that he was actually chasing her at the beginning and really giving her his all, and she wasn't biting. So now that she's biting and she wants to put a little effort, it's like it doesn't seem like it's enough for Shaquille. Like Shaquille doesn't seem like he's happy at all, and it's not making appeasing him, even though they did something or whatever and they share that moment. I don't think it's enough. Now it's just like he doesn't give a damn. I don't think he's gonna pick her at the end. I don't think Shaq is gonna pick Kirsten at all. And I don't think Kirsten's gonna pick him either, because she keeps saying, oh, I don't know, I'm confused, I don't know what to do, I'm not sure, blah, 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 blah. So they're both confused. It's not making no sense. And then she was just telling the same thing to the brother. The brother was trying to tell her, you know, that they both need to make time, and he needs to stop being so enthralled in work because he has to get a balance. And she was saying the same thing. But my whole thing is she doesn't have balance either. She doesn't seem like she's making full effort herself. It's like she seems like she expects him to make effort all the time. It doesn't seem like she's making any effort. He does make effort. He's not making a big effort, but he is making a little effort. So they both have to put effort in for it to work. And I just feel like Kirsten and Shaq are not finna work. They're not going to pick each other at all, because she keeps like, I'm not sure. And then Shaquille was getting on her this episode about the fact that he has not met any of her family, has not met her mother, her brother, her dad, or nobody. Like, she's met substantial enough people on his side. He makes the time. He gets people to come out from out of town and meet her. Her people is in town. She's acting like it's so hard to get them. Oh, they got scheduled. They're scheduling. It's scheduling. That's why. And he's just like, that doesn't make any sense. You mean to tell me that they're always busy? They're always working 24 hours? Now, come on now. Like, she's not making no sense. I'm so sorry, but Kirsten's full of it. Like, girl, you just don't want him to meet your family because you're not interested in being with him long term. You do not see it for your relationship. You're not trying to do it. So just be 100 with this man. Stop with the... And then I didn't understand why they met at that church. I thought when they meet at the church, they were going to go to a regular church and we're going to see them sitting in a church full of people. No, we're doing just them going to a church that they've basically bought, like paid to have the church for a little while so they could do scenes. It's like contrived and it just shows, it just looks contrived and fake. So I'm just like, what is the point of that? I'm like, Kirsten and Shaq, I'm just sick of it. I really hope next episode's gonna be the last episode. We get to decision day so that we can move on, because I'm getting kind of tired of this back and forth with them. It's just like, make a choice. Like, are y'all gonna be together or not? If you're not, then you're not. If you are, then you are. It's like, it's getting old. I'm gonna keep going back and forth and making it a big deal. Oh, la la la. And then when they met, the only person that showed up when Kirsten invited her family was her mom. And then her mom was listening to how their marriage is going. She's like, how's work? He's like, work is going good. It's stressful, but everything's going great. She's like, okay, that's good. How's the marriage going? And they were telling her how they're having communication issues, you know, and getting on one accord, and how, you know, she had her walls up and he waited for her and he was an open book. But now that she's let her wall down, it seems like the same bricks that she had with her wall up, it seems like he's putting bricks up with his wall up now. So now he has a wall up now. So she letting go now, but now he has a wall up. So the mom was telling them, you need to stop with this expectations. Y'all both need to chill and relax and just let this go, because the expectation is causing y'all issues. Y'all need to let go of these expectations and just go based on your relationship or what's gonna be. Like, the expectations is becoming a true issue and a problem in your relationship, and y'all gotta let that go in order for your relationship to work. And I said, thank you, Mom, because this is not making no sense to me why they're having all these issues. There's no reason to be having all these issues. I'm just saying, like, this is ridiculous. It's not making sense at all. They're having all these issues. Like, they need to just... It's like, they're not going to pick each other, so they just need to be real. And I just feel like Kirsten's not trying to give it a chance because she has these expectations, and she's trying to act like make it seem like her family is more like together than they really are. It's like she makes it seem like, oh, my family's so close-knit. But if they're so close-knit, how come we never see you with your family? We barely see you speaking to your family. The first couple weeks, like the first at least 5 to 6 weeks of this season, we've only seen your friend. We did not see your family at all. We only seen this girlfriend of yours, your friend that you always be talking to. We never saw your mom. We never saw your brother. We haven't seen your father either. We only saw your friend. So if your family's so close-knit, how come we never seen you talking to them? It's not making sense to me. Now, Shaquille done brung his aunts, done brung his mom, done brung his friends, his family, his mentees, people that he worked with at school. He done all this different stuff. But yet you brung maybe your mom, your brother, you met up with him, but he didn't come or show up to the dinner that you had at your home. It's just like, man, bye. Like, your family's not as close-knit, because if your family was as close-knit as you say, they would be you would be talking to them more. They'd be more on camera and everything like that. But they're not on camera because they probably don't want to be on camera. That's first of all. Number two, they're not close with you like that. Number two, probably. Like, you're making it seem, because I could tell Shaq's family is close to him because they're constantly have his back. They constantly show up. They're constantly on the show. They constantly support him all the time. So you can tell that he's really has a real close-knit family. Like, you could tell she doesn't. Like, her family's not close, which that happens a lot to a lot of people, but still, like, she needs to kind of like stop lying and pretending like her family's as close, because it's not. You could tell. You just could tell. It's not. It's like, she's a facade person. She likes to put on airs for things and make herself seem more grand and bigger than what she is. And Shaquille's the same way too. he tries to put on for a camera and stuff like that. He does tell the truth to a certain extent about certain things that's happening, but he's with her, he likes to put on airs and prove a point, and it's just getting old. They're killing me. Okay, let's talk about Gina and Clint. So Gina and Clint, this episode is very interesting. So this episode, Gina and Clint, it's the same thing with them. They're not physically showing any physical attraction to one another, and they're just going to me with emotion. So this episode, Gina met up with Jasmine like a pole dancing class because they're both having issues with intimacy in their marriages. So they decided to do that to kind of bring something out in their marriages. So my whole thing is, I don't know why damn well that she's not going to show any of these moves to Clint. She's not even sleeping in the same room with Clint. She's not acting like she likes him. And then when they met up with the experts at the end of the episode, it's like she was throwing poor Clint under the bus. Like she was like trying to come for his life, like, oh, he's just like, he's all right and everything, but he hasn't really shown like he's like not really been throwing, like trying to act like he's interested in me. Like he's not putting forth any effort. It's like he doesn't cook like for me and make things that I like or show me like he's trying to win me over or anything like that. And my whole thing is like, why would he try to win somebody over that doesn't seem like they're interested in making no effort? This man has done all that he can do. What more does this woman want him to do? This man that took you on trips places. This man that took you to the rodeo. He done took you out to drinks. This man that does constantly making you meals. That's someone's way of showing that they care about you and that they like you, by making meals for you, because he doesn't have to cook for you, ma'am. He went to your job and showed effort with your job. I haven't seen no effort for you to try to go to his job, to do his job. Is like, I haven't seen no effort for you to cook a meal for him that he likes or to do things like that. I haven't seen no effort from you to do dates or pick locations. He's done all of that. So what is she talking about that he's not making no effort? Yes, he is. Like, what is she talking about? See, that's what I don't like about Gina. At someone else, she never takes accountability for what she doesn't do. She's not making no effort either. So why would someone want to make effort with someone when all they're consistently doing is they try to ask you questions, try to get personal with you? All you want to do is talk about work all day. That's not opening up to someone talking about your job all day and night. And nobody's going to try to pull teeth or try to make a horse go to water if they don't want to drink. If he pushes you and you're the horse, he pushes you to water, you don't want to drink. What more do you want that man to do? Like, I'm not understanding. Then the man this episode got a haircut. He looked all cute, got a little trim. He was looking all nice. That still wasn't enough for you. That's just like, it's never enough for Miss Gina. She's Miss Perfect. And then like when she was at that pole class and she was twerking, I was like, yeah, I could see the kind of guys that she like now. I could see her dating a black man. I don't think she likes white men at all. I think she likes black men, Gina. I don't think that he's her type at all, because I don't think she really likes white men like that. I think she likes black men or Hispanic men or something. It's the way she was twerking and dancing, how she was getting it popping and stuff. No, she likes black men or Hispanic men or something. Like, that's not her kind of thing. Like, Clint is not her kind of guy because he's too quirky. He's too fun. Like, she's one of those stick in the mud, boring people that don't want to do nothing fun, but always complain about how they're bored and they'll have nothing to do. But when you get a person that's as fun as Clint is, you're complaining about secondhand embarrassment and, oh, it's just like you constantly complaining. It's just like Clint is like, there's no accountability on your part. You always throwing me under the bus. Like, damn, girl, the hell? And then, he had a little bromance. He has his little bromance with his dog. He's talking a little Hanky. I said, oh, I love Hank. Hank and him are so adorbs. I love him and Hank together. They're so cute. They're my favorite. I love them together. Like, they have a little bromance. I know when at the end they're not picking each other. Gina and Clint are not picking each other. And I think that he's going to still be cool with her so he can hang out with her dog because he loves Hank. Hank's his guy. He should get him a dog like Hank. And get him a dog, because it seems like he's a dog guy, because he's like a adventurer. He likes to be out in the field and dogs like stuff like that. I think he should get a dog. Either she allow him to sit and take care of his dog Hank, or he gets his own dog that's just like Hank and he has him a dog because he loves that dog. I love him with the dog. When he has moments with that dog is so adorable, so sweet. You be like, oh, that's so cute. Gina's just annoying to me. It's like no accountability. Always Clint's fault. Everything is on him. It's never on her. She can never take accountability for anything. It's everybody's fault but hers. Like, I just get sick and tired of her. She's annoying. Like, they're not finna work, and she ain't gonna be able to work with nobody because at the end of the day, she doesn't want to step up to do anything. She doesn't want to make any initiative to do anything. She doesn't want to initiate anything. She doesn't want to initiate a hug with him. She doesn't want to initiate like them sleeping in the same room or kissing or anything. And he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't feel the warmth from her, and he likes to have everything be organic. So he doesn't want to be forcing something or begging somebody to do something. So she's not giving him the leeway to say, oh, let's sleep in the same room, let's make an effort. So he's not seeing that he should make an effort with her. It's like, why should I be pushing myself to make all this effort or to push for something that she don't even want? So I can understand why he's not doing nothing, because when he tries, she pushes and she expects him to keep pushing, and after a while nobody's going to keep trying. If you don't want it, then they're just going to stop. It's just how life works, man. They're going to keep going and going to help you. Nobody's going to keep trying if you don't want to make the effort. And then the last couple is Aries. So this episode, they got back home like I was saying earlier, and they were having a good old time, enjoying each other's. Oh yeah, I forgot, before I get to them, I forgot that McKinley and Clint met up. They were at the gym working out, and he was just seeing how things were, and he was talking as if he was interested in Gina. Like, oh, you know, we both entrepreneurs. I wish they would have matched me with Gina. But then in his face is just like, oh, I hope y'all work out, blah, blah, blah. But he really wants him some Gina, and I don't know why. She's lame. Like, I don't get what he wants with her. She's lame. All she cares about is her job. Just because y'all both entrepreneurs doesn't mean that y'all going to get along. Doesn't mean they were going to work out. Because the way she is, she's very standoffish with everybody. Like, her attitude is just horrible. So I don't know if she was going to work with you either, Mac. But it's like next episode, Clint's going to find out that Mac done trying to holler at Gina and slid in them DMs. So we're going to see how it works. Now, let's go to our last couple, which is Aries and my girl, Jasmine. So they came back home for their trip. They had to be home. And they were talking about how much fun they had. And he was like the pageant king for the night. So he enjoyed having that title. And he was mad hype about it. And like usually make corny ass jokes. And Jasmine stayed laughing at him because he makes a fool out of himself. Because he's always saying stupid shit. Like, she's like, you a fool. So this episode, she took some classes. And Miss Jasmine was getting it in. And she danced. And he was throwing dollars on her. So those are kind of females he like. He like females that that dance on poles and they're ratchet and they show their booty and he likes ratchet females. He likes females that have a decorum, that are positive and are good. He showed that when she did the pole dancing and she danced in front of him and she was showing out, she was shaking that, she was twerking and she was showing her booty and shaking and twerking and stuff, and she was dancing on the pole and doing little tricks. He was mad happy throwing that money. He was like, oh, you need to become a stripper. I was like, okay, now you're going too far. You see what I'm saying? Someone does something really cute for you, a treat, and then you take it to another level and start suggesting stupid stuff. Oh, okay, the pole thing in the house. Okay, that makes sense. He said, this is totally sexy. You should have tried this from before. Why would she try to be sexy for a man that is insulting her every week, talking about how he's not attracted to her? Why would someone pole dance for a man like that? Y'all are getting better in your relationship. That's why she's pole dancing for you. Now she feels like you're attracted to her and she's attracted to you the same, and it's on the same playing field. That's why she's doing it. But she was cute with it. I said, you better get it, girl. And then show Gina doing nothing per usual, because she's not trying to do nothing for Clint. Like I said, she's full of it. But it was cute. And they went to a tarot reader. Now that tarot reading was cute. And the tarot reading talks about Aries is like he has a good heart. And from his first name and his last name, she's saying that he had a slow start in life. Like, he's just becoming mature as he's become older, and he's just finding himself. And she's wishing that every man of his word, they have a good connection, she was saying. And Jasmine, she said, you have fear and you're guarding your heart. Your heart is green. So her heart chakra, she's guarding it. So the lady was saying that she sees in his reading, she's seeing his great grandmother and she comes up and she's saying that the grandmother said that she likes Jasmine. She's like, this is like the only girl that she's kind of like that he's dealt with, and that she wants him to really settle down and to grow up a little bit because, you know, he's still immature. And the lady was talking about Jasmine, you have that fear thing and everything like that, and she said you need to live for yourself, and that she said that even though he has a lot of growing up to do errors, you know, you can't live in Jasmine, you can't live in fear. You know, they both need to get out of their head, basically, she was saying. So it's kind of a good read. I like that reading. That reading was right. A lot of people don't believe in tarot reading, but that tarot reading was spot on. And I kind of hope that he listens to his great grandmother and stops sticking in the past with his friend and his dad and crying about that all day and night. And he needs to kind of let that go because his dad is, you know, he needs to like kind of step out of that thing of feeling sorry for himself because he lost his dad at a young age. He has to become acceptance of the fact that what happened. His dad is gone and he's in a better place, and he wants him, his dad will want him to go on with life and for him to settle down and to be happy and prosper and do well, as well as his friend that committed suicide will want the same. So he has to start to go into settling down like his great grandmother's spirit is telling him from where she's at, and take heed to what she's saying and to move on, and to kind of, I'm hoping and praying that maybe even if he doesn't pick Jasmine, that he takes something out of this and he learns a little bit more about self, and then he goes into therapy and he gets better with being accepting of the loss of his friend and his dad, and seeing that he can't hold on to the past and keep using that as an excuse to not go on and be in touch with his emotions. He really needs to go to therapy so that he can get in touch with his emotions, because that's important for men and women. Men and women both have to be in touch with their emotions, be able to understand how they feel about stuff, and they can't just cut it off, because if you cut off, you're not living. He's going to have to understand that. Like, he can't cut off his heart chakra, he can't cut off his throat chakra, and definitely his heart chakra, and also cut off his other chakras too. Like, he can't cut off his sacral chakra, which is like about, sacral chakra is about, like, you know, past things that happen with family and past things that's happened with trauma from losing somebody. You can't cut that off too and pretend it doesn't exist. He talks about it, but he needs to really work through those issues and talk about it and learn how to deal with that. But how y'all feel about it? Okay, how y'all feel about this? They dragging this on. They need to hurry up and get to decision day, please. I'm getting sick of this. I want to see decision day, and then I want to know who picks who, and then I want to see the reunion. We need to get it together because some tea needs to be spilled. Okay, and I hope Jasmine's gonna come out during this reunion and show her. Come out, sis. Come out, sis. Okay, come out, sis. And I hope Clint comes for Gina's ass, because I'm sick and tired of her. And I hope that the people that do this reunion come for Gina, because I'm getting tired of her always trying to play the victim as if she don't have no parts in nothing, that she can't do something or make some effort to make their relationship better. It's just all on Clint to do everything. No, it's on you too. Y'all in a relationship. It's a partnership. It's two people. It's we, not I. It's we. So she needs to get that together. So, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how you feel about Meet at First Sight. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. Talk to you later, YouTube.